Our stewardship season is in its early stages. Carolyn Carter is one of our newest members, and she will come forward, thank you, Carolyn, to offer a testimonial in this moment. Come on up.
I have to adjust to the light because this is staring at your head right there. Hello, good morning. So I've decided that I'm going to start keeping blessing bags in my car. And a blessing bag is a large Ziploc bag that has mittens or socks, underwear, sanitary items for people that are homeless, cash if you got it. And recently, it popped up on Facebook and brought my idea into fruition and gave me a list of everything, which was the extra nudge to get it done. I go to talk therapy in Groton, and obviously I go to church here in New London. So I pass a lot more people now with cardboard signs on the side of the road. And some of these people are regulars. So I keep a box of protein bars in my car, since I haven't got to my bags yet, but to hand out if I can reach people. And one particular day I had my sister in the car, and I said, pass me the box. And she looked at what I was going to do and said, oh, they don't want that. They just want money for drugs, which is a little disheartening to hear. But I said, well, maybe, but everybody's got to eat, so at least we fed somebody. Years ago, I had a random, strange medical problem that we couldn't figure out. I would get a cramp in my side, and then within 30 seconds, I'd be on the floor and I couldn't move, and I was in terrible pain. And I went to the ER multiple times for this situation. And because the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong, they were just prescribing me pain meds. So when I got to the ER this night, and the indifference in the ER intake nurse struck me, and I told her, this is what we've been doing so far. They just give me medicine. And she just looked so detached. And I didn't realize at the time, but she assumed that I was a drug addict and I was looking for pills. Of course, I couldn't understand at the time why she wasn't commiserating with me. It ended up that we figured out I was just allergic to really large amounts of garlic, and I was eating too many breadsticks from Olive Garden. And I wondered if she knew, if that was the cause, if she would have more compassion for me. And then I wondered, well, why? Why is that okay? That she'd have compassion for that, but not, our neighbor. So this past year, I thought I was going to become homeless, really. And it's not because I'm a drug addict. It's not because I don't want to work, and it's not because I'm lazy. It's because I suffer with mental health issues in a really hard world, and I have a body that is not as healthy as it was designed to be. And those things are not my fault, but they can get in the way of life a lot. And I was lucky to have a family take me in, not only for shelter, but for true rest. But I often wonder, what if they didn't? What if I was on the side of the road with a sign and people just assumed I deserved to be there? You know who doesn't turn these people away? Church. You know who organizes and volunteers at soup kitchens and shelters? The church. Who houses refugees who have nothing but a hope? Not your government, but your church. Who gives you counsel and through your grief and your trials for free? The church. Sorry. Who entertains you, who sings with you, provides fellowship for you, community and family, messages of hope? Well, that would be the church. So when I started attending church years ago, my family and friends were unchurched, and they said, whatever you do, don't give them your money, because that's all they want. And I listened for a while, because I thought the same thing. And then I saw how much the church gave me for free, again and again. And not just this church, but the churches before you. So I knew I had nothing to give, truly, I had nothing, and they gave to me anyway. So I gave my time and my service until I was a place to give financially. And I still have friends that tell me I give too much because I don't have a lot, but I consider myself very lucky. If I have shelter and I have food, then I have extra. That's it. I give to support the operations of this space, but also in how we reach out to the community with our open hearts and our open eyes and open arms. I give in hopes that there's another little me out there with nothing left who finds us and finds relief in us. We aren't just paying for the lights and the sermon. As a faith community, we are helping to pay for those who need our level of grace. And as a side note, I just want to say, I've been here for about a year now, actually a little over a year. And in my good, bad, and ugly, this congregation has completely shown up for me personally. Whether I know you or not, just the kindness that you have bestowed on me, and I have found relief here. And that has not always been the case in my places of worship. So it's considered a great honor for me to give to this community because I know how far it goes. And without this brick and mortar building, our headquarters, we couldn't do our work as efficiently. So I would like to ask if you would please consider pledging your stewardship to All Souls this year so that our work can continue, both for those who obviously need us and those who suffer in silence. Truly safe spaces like this are hard to find. And we want to do this for those inside these walls, but more importantly, for those outside. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn. Deep breath. And can I just say, I told her earlier, I'm loving her t-shirt. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but.
Listen to what I preach.